All right, everybody, here we are, episode number 23.
69.
The Cloudy and Rowdy podcast. Bang, bang, bang. 23, Michael Jordan's number. Oh, shit. Hell yeah, man. It was, I'm back in LA. I was, everybody knows I went home for the holidays, and it was cold, and now I'm back sweating during the day, cold at night. Fucking LA, man.
80-degree weather.
80-degree weather in December.
Yeah, we all knew you were back the second you were back, dude. You came into town fucking hot with that iPhone issue.
Oh my God. Yes, exactly. I've been in the dark for 3 days. I've been without a phone for 3 days because I bought the fucking iX, and it's supposed to be the best phone in the world. And because I didn't know one fucking password. 3 days of turmoil. You know what I'm saying?
Turmoil.
Actually, the first day was because if you haven't already fucking backed your phone up into the cloud, people, just go ahead and do it. It'll save you so much problem. I know we don't all understand it.
See, I hate the cloud.
This much I do understand. I did hate the cloud too. I used to hate the cloud until I figured out it makes shit simple. If I'd have been fucking with the cloud the whole time, it would have took 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 10 fucking minutes at that store. They get your old phone, they fucking hit back up to cloud, and if you do it all the time, it takes like 5-10 minutes, and then they kill that old phone, and then when you get your new phone, you open it up, and you go, download cloud, and it goes zoop, and it zips your fucking phone back. Bang, bang, bang. My dumb ass wanting to be old school and hard-headed and this and that. I've had the iPhone since it first came out. We never had to fuck with the cloud. I just always plugged it into my computer and backed it up like that, Oh my God, that was the worst mistake in the world. So the first day of me not having my phone was because the dude goes, well, go ahead and back it up to the cloud and it makes everything easier. And I was like, all right, fuck it. And the only reason I decided to go with the cloud this time is because this new phone is 256 gigs. So for only $3 extra a month, you can get 200 gigs from the cloud. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go ahead and get the cloud and be able to save all my shit because like a couple months ago, I took a photo and it said there was no room for the photo. So I had to go through my old phone and delete all kinds of video and old Periscope episodes, all kinds of shit to clear a room. So I was like, fuck, I don't want to delete shit anymore. Who knows what type of memory was on one of those videos. You know what I'm saying? And so I'll just use this 200 gigs and never have to fucking delete. Man, when I hit restore to cloud on that old phone, since I had never done it, that shit immediately was like, 1 day, 32 hours or so. 1 day, 58 hours, if there could be 58 hours in a day.
Uploading like 7 old iPhones from you.
Oh my God.
You just go back to swinging a club around and living in the cage.
Yeah, right. I was just like, what's a wheel? So, fucking, the wheel was on my phone just spinning. That motherfucker spun for 16 goddamn hours and then just stopped. Oh, by the way, motherfuckers, that's another thing that can happen that Apple just has no fucking answer for. It stopped after 16 hours of spinning, and I thought it was done. So I went to the AT&T store and turned my old phone in and was like, hey, it's done backing up. He opens it up and goes, it's not done, man. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, it must have just stopped. I go, dude, it sat there and spun for 16 hours, then it just stopped. He goes, yeah, sometimes it does that. Fucking great. So let me just take 16 more hours of wait. I was like, so what if I do it again? Will it pick up back from where it stopped? He was like, I don't know, man. I'm not sure. You're not sure, are you? Who's fucking sure? Who has 16 more hours to just wait on a phone to spin and spin and spin? God damn it. So I said, fuck it, dude. I was like, I backed my phone into my laptop not too long ago. I was like, well, is that still going to be there? And he was like, yeah, of course. And I was like, well, then fuck it. Take this phone. So he takes the old phone, and he hit that red button, son. That fucking, it disables
kill switch.
Yeah, that's it. Once he hits that red button, your old phone is everything you ever had in it, gone. That bitch is back to factory. And then I have this, and then I had this motherfucker with nothing on it. And so I go home, and of course, with Thomas luck, my laptop would not load iTunes that day. Like, I double click iTunes 50 fucking times, it would not do it. It was even doing it here the other day. Even Tim McGorry, I had a couple computer nerds here, and they were like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know why it's doing that. So I had to delete iTunes, re-download it. My computer had all these goddamn updates. It's updating. It's wanting to restart. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're ready to throw your computer.
Oh,
I can
yes.
imagine how pissed you were.
I already don't know how to use that computer because it's so tight and advanced, way more advanced than me. You know, it's a badass
Windows
computer.
95, guys.
Every time somebody sees that motherfucker, they're like, dude, that's a good computer. I'm like, I hate this motherfucker because I don't know how to use it. It's too advanced for me. You know what I'm saying? So I already hate that motherfucker. I wanted to throw it, kick it, smash it, destroy it, and this goddamn phone. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to just get on a plane. I was telling my mom, I was like, we have to go. I had like 1 hour to get to the airport. You know, and Atlanta airport, they want you there 2 hours early. Really, it's the busiest airport in the world.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I have to go, you know? So I go to the airport. Luckily, on the way to the airport, I'm looking through my mom's phone. The only friend she's friends with out of all of us people is Zizou. So I hit Zizou up on instant messenger, and he answered. I was like, dude, I need Marty's number, because my van was parked in Marty's driveway, and I was going to take a Uber from the flyaway place to Marty's. With my phone like that, it didn't recognize me. Anytime I would go into the app store and try to download something, it would ask me it would say, okay, we're gonna send a verification code to this phone, and then it would come up with an 800 number instead of my number. So it was sending it to AT&T. It didn't recognize me yet because I hadn't plugged it into my fucking laptop. And so I'm like, dude, I call Marty. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to come pick me up from Flyaway. I can't download Lyft. I can't get a Lyft. And he's like, dude, I'm gonna be at the club. I'm like, what the fuck? So luckily, his lovely wife Joy decides she'll pick me up from Flyaway, and so they pick me up. I come into town and I still don't have a phone. I come to Marty's that night and I'm trying to fucking download iTunes. Finally, I get iTunes pulled up. Plug my phone in. Everything's going good. I'm dancing around and shit. You know what I'm saying? And fucking it does the little green fucking load thing, and it pops up and it goes, this account is linked to yahoo.com. What's the password? Fuck, I don't know. How the fuck? I was like, how is that?
Why are you using Yahoo?
I didn't even know why I was on Yahoo.
Hey, Yahoo!
It was from so long ago. That's the thing. I have a Gmail account.
Of course it was.
I have a Gmail account that I actually use right now. Since I don't know how the fuck it just...
Gonna sign into your America Online.
Because, you know, this iPhone's been out a long time, alright? It's been out since before Gmail was popular, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So my first Apple ID shit was set up through some fucking Yahoo account. Well, I haven't used it in so long that it kicked my password out, and it just went to some default password that it'll recognize as, like... So, when it asked me for that password, I'm putting in every password I've ever thought of. Every fucking password I've ever used in my life. Nothing is working. Because I didn't know that it'll kick that password out if you haven't used it in a long time and just set it to some default password. So I call Apple support. Mitch was here for this. I come in yesterday at like fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, about.
And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry I'm here early, but I gotta get my phone back, right? I come in, I got Mitch here, I got Tim here. They both understand computers more than me. They're both trying to pull up iTunes.
I was just here for the entertainment.
Mitch was actually just watching it laughing. I'm using his phone. I'm on speaker with this bitch from Apple support who could not do a fucking thing. I wish I remembered your name, bitch, because I would dog you right now. Jessica from Apple support. You fucking suck, bitch. You ain't no help.
She was alright.
She was not alright. This bitch told me that I was gonna have to wait a couple of days so they could retrieve my Yahoo account. All this, she was just absolutely dead set on me waiting a couple fucking days to have to fix this fucking problem. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, I feel like I can easily go down to the store right now and have this fixed. She had the nerve to say, if you go to the store, sir, they're probably just going to come us. And I was like, well, I fucking hope not, because you're not any help. And Tim had to sit on the phone with her and talk to her because I hung up on the bitch. She actually had the nerve to call back. You know what I'm saying?
Did she?
Yeah, and Tim answered and like talked with her for like another 30 minutes. They tried all kinds of stupid shit.
Tim was just flirting with her and then reading out of that Paul Reiser couplehood book.
Oh yeah, it got so like, they were on the phone so long. Yeah, they were on the phone so long that towards the end, Tim opened up this Paul Reiser book and he would just find a line, he'd be like, listen, I'm telling you, it's not about life, but about the choices you make. He would just read certain lines. That shit was funny as fuck. But that's probably why that bitch didn't call back. Oh
no, she called back 3 times.
Did she? Oh, okay, because I was going to say, and you lied. I was going to call her out for lying, but I guess she did call back because I never got the. She said she's gonna call back at
I just
5.
don't answer 800 numbers.
She said she's gonna call back at
Ever.
5, but she didn't call back.
4:45.
4:45.
Yeah, and then she never did. She called me back at like 5:50.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah, suck
She
my
calls
dick.
back an hour later, and fucking. By then, I'd already fucking gotten Kyle to get me a lift down to the fucking Beverly Center eye store.
Yeah.
Dude, I go in there, this fucking fat Jew kid, fucking, they really are God's people. Thanks for the help, big guy. This motherfucker come right in, grab my phone, I show him the little thing. By the way, my phone had just a picture of this cord that plugs into it.
Yeah.
It had a picture of that
Connect
cord,
to iTunes.
a little iTunes signal, and it said apple.com/support/iTunes. And that's all it would do for all day yesterday. And I showed little Jew boy that shit. He was like, oh, I'll fix that in no time. I was like, fuck yeah, I love Jewish people. You know what I'm saying? Bang, bang, bang. I was thinking, you really are God's people, boy. I mean, he hooked that motherfucker right up. But he then, when it was time for me to plug my phone in and get my old phone back, he was like, what's the Yahoo password? I was like, that's the problem I've had. I was like, this password started all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And so he went and got his manager and was like, do you know what password they could possibly be asking for on this? And she was smart enough to be like, she goes, that could be any password. She goes, it looks like you hadn't logged in so long that it kicked your old password out and it's just using an internal password. She goes, it could even be the password you use to open your computer. What's that? I was like, it's only 4 numbers. She goes, it still could be that. I fucking motherfucker unlocked
God
and
damn
started
it.
doing it right. God damn it. Over 4 numbers.
You just high five her.
Her, him, I was giving hugs, I was fucking doing heel clicks in the air.
They parted the Red Sea between you and your phone.
Oh my god, it was the fucking, it was relief / I still wanted to throw that fucking phone on the ground and that computer because I was like, why do they do shit like this and not notify you? You know, an email would have been cool, like, hey, fucko, you haven't logged in so long, we're about to just change your password to whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
They probably did.
Yeah, you probably got an email.
They probably
in your
did,
Yahoo
like 7
email.
years ago.
In your Yahoo email.
And my Yahoo email, which is bombarded by LA Caston fucking bullshit. I got over 5,000 emails because of LA Caston. So if I get anything in that Yahoo email, I'll never see
You're the
it.
one who listens to 15 different background actors on where to sign up. And now you're just like,
I can
the
only...
best job you can get is like hang out in the Steve Harvey audience.
You know, I listened to one successful actor that I know, my boy Willie Mack,
Always.
and I fucked up when I signed up for LA Caston and clicked every goddamn little dot.
Yeah, 'cause
I was
you
like,
do like-
oh yeah, I can kayak, I can ice skate, I can fucking hang glide if you need me to. Bang, bang, bang. It's like, what do you think you can do? I'm like, shit, motherfucker, I'm Tommy Easter. Click, 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 click. I clicked everything, son. I get emails for fucking
Sumo wrestling.
fucking juggling flame sticks. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, oh, fuck it, let's try this out. I mean,
And then by default too, LA Casting will post like you'll get notified. You have to uncheck like you'll get notified for like theater work or if like some college groups doing like a free
anything.
YouTube
anything.
video.
If you click the wrong dot on that fucking LA Caston
Yeah.
website, you'll get emails for life.
Yeah.
That's how I ended up here.
At
Click
Marty's.
this-
I saw you guys' posting on LA
Oh.
Casting podcast. Yeah.
Needing guests.
I was like, that's
must,
kind of close.
must be Caucasian, appear 25 to 35.
Oh yeah, for new people maybe. We still got new people tuning in and watching.
Yeah.
This is Mitch Phillips.
Oh yeah.
Oh, salutations, folks.
Hey guys.
The Tasmanian.
Yeah, thanks for the intro.
I'm wondering how many. I was thinking about this. How many people wonder like, man, I've been looking for Jim Beam online everywhere. I can't find Jim Beam anywhere.
Yeah. You should put it in
Jeremy.
parentheses under
Yeah,
your name.
Jeremy, Jim Beam.
Jeremy Spoker.
Yeah, because Uncle Joey started calling me Tommy Easter. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always just been Thomas, you know. Because I grew up with another dude named Tommy. Y'all met him, fucking the wild child that came in here that day. And fucking.
Oh, the dude with just like a 1,000-yard stare, but you can tell he wasn't a veteran.
yeah.
I've run across a few of those guys in my day.
We have been through some shit in Georgia, trust me. There's a
Is
lot
that
of us
LS,
out there.
dude?
No, he was just like, I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, you're definitely Tommy's friend.
Yeah, he's wild, man.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, though.
Yeah, he is. He's really cool. The dude's really smart, man. That motherfucker has always, he was the first, like, computer nerd I knew, you know? He's always been real smart. We knew this other nerd named Fat Matt. This motherfucker, he figured out, like, 12, 13 years ago, bro. He figured out that you could order the active ingredient from Xanax online in powder form from fucking Japan or somewhere
Nice little loophole.
for like fucking. It was like it was some crazy cheap amount. Like he could buy. He got a whole canister full of this powder for like $20, right? And he was making what he called liquid Xanax. And this shit was almost killing people, bro. This shit was fucking.
I can't imagine why. What the? Some liquid Xanax?
He's
from China?
It took him forever.
It's like rhino horns and vampire bones.
This shit was so strong he couldn't get the powder to dissolve. He had
Fucking dissolve it.
he had to use like golden grain, fucking 110 proof fucking liquor.
Like Everclear alcohol?
And pour it on that shit to make it dissolve, and then he would like add food coloring and like. I remember he made this blue shit one time and we called it Smurf juice.
Xanax are blue.
Dude,
So
these
that kind of
motherfuckers, there was people coming and buying that shit from him, drinking it before they left, and then like wrecking across the expressway and shit on the way home, like not even making it home.
Just dying. That's what fucking, what's his name? Ruben was talking last night, he's getting a bike, fucking motorbike. Dude from the pizza place.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh dude, I was like, when I was a kid, my mom made my dad get rid of his motorcycle. Dude drove out from like Ventura to Santa Clarita, and he fucking died on his way home.
No way.
Yeah, dude owned the bike for like 45 minutes, died taking it home.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Dude, I've been riding dirt bikes my whole life, and riding bikes in the city is a fucking suicide mission.
Oh yeah, I
Regardless
grew up
how
on
good
dirt
you are,
bikes.
dude.
I grew up on them.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
I love them.
Yeah, my dirt bikes are everywhere in Kentucky. That's all anybody does.
Yeah.
My buddy, his younger brother, Special K, he was just popping a wheelie one day and fell off and broke his neck.
Oh,
That just like literally just
In a
popped
wheelchair
wheelie.
forever?
Oh yeah, paralyzed.
No way.
He was 18, just turned 18.
Damn.
But it was a great dirt bike.
He got unlucky in
Dude, the
Kentucky.
double
Hello?
jumps. Yeah, he was unlucky in Kentucky. Yeah, you do all those jumps and heel clicks, but I mean, popped a wheelie and slipped and.
God.
Clip, boom!
I know. When I fucking the trailer I lived in Hall County in the trailer park, the back of it was like real high in the air because they set trailers up on bricks, so it was real high in the air. And then the siding company, they built like this little door out of the like they made a little part where my dad could slide it up, and we put lawnmowers and fucking our dirt bikes under there because we came from like this neighborhood of fucking where at the end of the neighborhood there was bunch of woods and we could go riding all the time. Well, my homies Nate and Lil Shane, they didn't even, I knew that they didn't know I had dirt bikes. You know what I'm saying? Like we had never really went under my trailer or anything. So one day it was a sunny day and shit, and I was just like, hey man, I was like, let's go get the dirt bike out. And they were like, what? And I was like, I got a dirt bike under the trailer. They were like, no way. And then Nate was like, you can't ride no fucking dirt bike. I was like, oh yeah? Watch this shit. I fucking got that dirt bike out, cranked that bitch up, come riding by them on one wheel. Past the trailer, and they were like, what the fuck? Him and Nate and Lil Shane was like, what the fuck, dude? I didn't know you had a fucking dirt bike. I was like, yeah, bitch. So we took it down to the 5 mile. They've heard me talk about the 5 mile before I burnt it down. So we go to the 5 mile, and it was still like, woods. I hadn't burned it down yet. And we're like fucking riding that bitch everywhere. There was like this creek with this big ass mound of dirt. You can ask him, dude, I was jumping the fucking creek, boom. And so fucking Lil Shane, he gets brave.
Two-stroke?
Actually, it was a 4-stroke. It was a Honda. It was a CR 200 or some shit like that.
All the two-strokes I've ever owned scared me, but they just sounded nicer. It's just like ning, 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 ning.
Yeah. No, this one had like, I think it was like 1 down and 4 up.
Yeah.
5 up and shit. But Lil Shane got brave and he was like, I want to go. He was like, I want to ride.
He
So
makes it look so easy.
I put him on the back, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And I fucking took off across that field, and he was hanging on to my waist, and he was about to fall off. He was on the plastic thing over the tire. That's all his ass was on. You could hear him going, brr, 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 brr. He was bouncing on the thing. Brr, brr, brr. Ah, stop. He was screaming and shit. I was just going, yeah. I was trying to swing him off. I was fucking, whoa, that motherfucker was holding on like a water slide and shit. It was on a dirt bike, you know what I'm saying?
You hit the jump of him on there?
Nah, he let go before I could do that.
You guys,
He just let go and fucking rolled across the field.
No way.
Nate was over there laughing like hell.
you're from California, right?
Yeah.
So did you ever do 4-wheelers in the winter? and like pull each other on
Oh
slides.
yeah,
and
I'm from
shit.
Taft
Nah,
though.
It
That's
don't
what,
snow like that in Georgia.
we get snow days.
so
My
we would-
my boy Cody he had a it was all like horsing or what do they call it, like equestrian properties.
Yeah.
So like they had like farming quads, like the Polaris, and you just like hook up a sled with like 20 feet of nylon rope.
Yeah.
You're whipping around people's like circular driveways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So dangerous.
Oh yeah, it was fucking retarded.
The 90s.
Oh dude, but there's so many times where like I got whipped with some. You don't remember that like when they used to coat rebar with like that green plastic for fences?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like rubberized. I got whacked in the neck with that once.
Yeah.
My uncle Dominic shot a fucking arrow out of a compound bow at my brother Mason, and the feather cut his neck. That's how close it was, just going straight to his fucking head.
God damn.
It's just like, we were like, oh man, that was fun growing up in the 90s, dude.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bows and arrows. You don't see those anymore. My cousin was like maybe 7, 6, I can't remember. Was running around his house with the bow and arrow and tripped. And the arrow went into his cheek and out his neck, and he survived, and it was just a in and out wound. But it was so close to killing him. as a
Dude, you
kid.
want to talk about being a kid in the late 80s, 90s, motherfuckers? We had a toy called yard darts. Are you fucking kidding me?
lawn darts.
Or what? Lawn darts. Yeah, you put a circle in the lawn, and you take a fucking a dart this big with a needle this big, and you fucking sling it in the sky, and everybody runs for their life, basically, because, the goal is to try to get it to like, land in that circle.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Should we give kids these 4-inch needles? No, wait, make sure you put a big ass weight on it first.
Put a feather and a weight on it so they can throw it in the air. It can get some momentum while it comes down
Like,
through
what
their
was,
skull.
what was wrong with bocce ball? Like just hitting the ball out of the circle, like
Or
shuffleboard?
was that croquet?
Yeah.
Or, like the rich people would play, but we just used it to like launch the balls at each other.
Oh yeah, we just went golfing.
Golf with each other, yeah.
Oh my grandmother really liked croquet and taught me how to play, and it's actually pretty fun. Where the little
Where it
rings on the
loops.
ground and
Yeah.
shit, you gotta
Yeah,
knock them
you go
through
through
it.
it.
That shit's cool. And then if you get close enough to someone's ball, you can put your foot on their ball,
Yeah.
and or on top of your ball, and knock their shit the fuck out of the fucking game and shit. That shit's dope. It's kind of like Sorry the board game.
Teaching physics.
Yeah, there you go. Teaches physics.
Yeah, but what's wrong with all that? Everybody's now you gotta put weapons in.
Dude, you're talking about, speaking of the BB guns and shit, dude, I remember when I was a kid.
pellet rifles? Before BB guns, you ever shooting those like
Them pellets?
half-inch pellets?
Yeah,
Like,
fuck yeah.
Click, click,
We used
click.
to have BB wars.
We did too. I talked about
Yeah,
it.
you
My
did
my dad used to line up bottles and cans and shit. Him and my Uncle Worm and these drunk rednecks. People would come, you know, in Liberty Heights, it was all houses, right? And everybody had a front and backyard. My dad had my grandma lived beside us. Our house it was my nanny's house, my house. So our backyards combined into one just big ass yard. And in the middle of the backyard, my dad and my Uncle Worm and my pawpaw, everybody would fucking start big ass fires. That was the fire zone, right?
Fuck
They'd
yeah.
start big ass fires and drink and smoke pot all night. You know what I'm saying? And so my dad's back there one night with this dude Al Roebuck and all these fuckers from the neighborhood. They're back there shooting bottles and cans and shit around the fire, getting fucked up. And my pawpaw's old truck was in the backyard. It was always broke down. It was like a 50-something model Chevy with the fucking grill guards looked like teeth. You know, one of them badass old trucks, right? And he always kept it because you know how people are. They don't want to get rid of shit like that. It didn't run. So I was in the back in the tailgate playing. I was in the back playing, and I was popping up over the cab, going, Dad, shoot me. You know what I'm saying? You can't hit me, shit like that. And he claims he held it in the air and shot it. But it's like, if you held it in the air and shot it, how did it hit me right between the eyes? Bonk. I was like, ah! And it stuck in my head. The BB was stuck in my head. I had to go in, and my mom fucking in the kitchen, like, fucking plucked it out with a butter knife or some shit.
So he's claiming he just shot it up in the air and it still hit you?
He was like, oh, bro, I didn't mean to do that, I promise, I shot it in the air. He'll still try to say to this day he shot that thing in the air. I'm like, motherfucker, you shot towards the truck. You shot at me.
The world's greatest marksman.
You know, he probably did aim over the truck, but it's a BB, so it goes down. You know what I'm saying? That shit went.
hurt.
Also, you ever had
That shit hit me right between the eyes.
My brother hit me with a paintball right there once, and it hurt so bad. I can't imagine.
It doesn't have a
BB.
spiral on it. You ever shot like a BB gun with a scope? None of them, like if you're shooting over
Yeah, they-
like
they
100
never hit
feet,
the spot.
yeah, as soon as they reach a certain distance, they all just like knuckleball.
Oh yeah.
That's something I don't miss. Fucking just Like just like shit you would never do now. It's like, hey, let's hand like 3 BB guns to a bunch of 12-year-olds.
Let's have Roman candle fights.
Yeah,
That shit was fun as well.
Oh my god, you go to the other end of the yard, light them, and then you got 12 balls and.
Dude, that shit was fun. Playing like that, kids don't play like that.
No.
You'll never, you won't see a kid hide behind the bushes and with a stick, waiting for his friend to come down the street on his bike. Throw that shit through his spokes and watch him fucking flip down the street. That's hilarious.
Man.
It's painful, but hilarious.
Throwing snowballs from behind. I just had cars from like behind an embankment.
We used to fuck with cars.
Pine cones and shit, yeah.
Pine cones and man, there's a lot of neighborhood kids in my neighborhood growing up, and like you know how you had the different age groups, like the younger groups and all like kids.
Yeah.
But like as we got older, one night like we used to sneak out the BB gun and would like do all this like sniper Navy SEAL like crawl through yards, and the younger kids would always play street ball, and we would just like sit there and pick them in the legs with the BB gun all night. They'd just be like, oh, what's getting me? Like,
Dude,
so illegal. Like we just shoot kids
Just
for
assaulting
fun.
people.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager living in that trailer park, we would all sneak out. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be like 4 or 5 of us friends at the same place, and we'd all sneak out. And our couple of favorite things to do is we would get trash cans.
Yeah.
Because right behind the trailer park was an expressway, 985. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, we'd take trash cans and line them across the expressway, and then jump back. And you'd hear cars just, or they just start, or they completely stop, and you'd hear them getting out, cussing, motherfucking, what the fuck, and throwing the trash cans away and shit. Or like semi trucks, you just hear them, they blast through them, dude. That's why we did it, because the first time we ever did it, a semi truck was the first thing to come through, and he just blasted through them, and we were like, oh! We lined them up again, and then the next thing was a car, and it like hit them and skidded out, and shit stopped, and was oh shit, yeah. We're in trouble. We took the fuck off.
I saw in the news recently, I can't remember where this was, but these kids got arrested because they were throwing rocks off a bridge onto an interstate.
Yeah, now that's dangerous as fuck. You throw rocks, man, that can go through a windshield, that can hurt people, you know?
But they got...
Not shopping carts, though.
Yeah, we got jail time, but it's like... I don't know.
They should get jail time. You throw rocks off a bridge into a car.
That was crazy
What
shit.
was
We
it?
did that, like fucking with traffic, is we'd push each other in shopping carts into like the exits of drive-thrus.
I believe
So like you just crash at your shopping cart. Now they have to get out of their car and move the shopping cart out of the exit.
Was it CKY or the Jackasses?
That's
we
what
used to throw
inspired all
dummies?
of it.
I blame CKY for everything I did.
Big Brother and CKY 2K.
In the trailer park, we had these
Jumping
things.
in the bushes.
In between every trailer, there was like this green power box, and there would be a lid on this side and a lid on that side, and this one big black switch. And when we figured out if the maintenance didn't lock every lock, once we figured out you could hit that switch, and people's lights in their trailer, their whole power just go. Toof. You could watch them being in there watching TV and shit. Oh yeah. What the fuck? They don't know what the fuck. You don't understand how funny it is, bro. I swear to God, it's the funniest shit. You know.
You make someone believe like you're God. Like, God damn it! I wish the cow would just come on.
It's just words don't describe how funny the giggle you would get, because you're sneaking up, you know, and you can see them in there. They're fucking, you know, they're sipping tea, they're watching shit, and douche, nothing. It's like it's the funniest shit, man. I don't know. Telling the story made me instantly realize it's not one. It's one of those you had to be there things. Bang, bang, bang.
Seems like a good
But if any of these losers I came up with are listening, they're laughing right now because they remember that we used to do that shit, and it was the funnest thing to do. It's just it's undescribable.
I will never have as much fun as trying to do hood rat stuff with my friends, like in junior high and high school. Like at like baseball, when you're supposed to be like, all right, go hold the signs on the corner, and we're just like, no, we're gonna go hang out and like tackle each other into the pyramid of toilet paper at the Rite Aid.
Yeah.
Like fuck you guys.
Always
you can wash cars. Pay for our uniforms. We're gonna go just fuck around at Jack in the Box.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of Georgia people in town right now because fucking Georgia's out here for the Rose Bowl.
Is that New Year's?
But they're already out here. You know what I'm saying?
Is that football?
Yeah. So I don't. It's
I
college.
was wondering what
so
that parade was.
Yeah.
All I know is it's Georgia versus Alabama, so that's gonna be a big ass game. But I don't fuck with college, so you know I could give a fuck less. I mean, go Dogs, because I'm from Georgia. But other than that, I need Matt Ryan to step his motherfucking game up this Sunday against whoever the fuck we play. Hello.
They have a lovely flea market there.
Where?
It's like every first Sunday or third Sunday, something like that. At the Rose Bowl.
Isn't it in the Coliseum?
No, the Rose Bowl's at the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl.
It's got its own stadium.
The Rose Bowl is the venue.
That's how much I know about college football, folks.
It's next to where they fucking what's it called? JPL in Pasadena.
Oh, okay.
Next to the Devil's Arch.
It is in Pasadena.
I didn't know it was a physical. I just assumed it was like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I figured that they just called it the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
And it could be played anywhere because it's the Rose Bowl.
Same.
I didn't know there was actually a concrete structure in the shape of a bowl that they called it the Rose Bowl.
Now do they have
the Nextel Cup is like Nextel Stadium, something like that. Right? That's how sports works.
Is it?
Something like that. Yeah.
Tostitos, isn't there a Tostitos Bowl?
It's a big
college?
nacho chip that they play in the middle of it.
But does Tostitos own that stadium?
I don't know. No. I don't think so.
I'm looking into it.
I think they own the
fishy
rights
ones.
to name those bowls or something. Yeah, like they're not at the Tostitos Stadium and shit. I don't think they have a stadium.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, I'll hire a private eye. We'll see who agrees to disagree at that end.
Right. Well, we're gonna fucking
What else happened?
What else happened? I don't know. I talked about
fucking New Year's here, man.
New Year's here, buddy. We're gonna do New Year's at Marty's. It's gonna be a bang, bang, bang event.
What's happening?
Bringing in.
Does anybody live here or own or operate know about the festivities yet?
I don't know. Nah, Jonathan.
Marty knows.
Yeah, I told Marty.
Oh, okay, cool.
That we were doing it.
That's true.
And Jonathan said he'll be here for like the beginning of the night or something like that.
We're gonna get a projector up on this wall.
Yeah, because I got the Super Nintendo with the preloaded games.
And I
got two controllers. So I'm gonna bring it. It's got Mario Kart, it's got Street Fighter 2, it's got shit we can battle on, you know.
Right on.
It'll be fun. You know
He's got the mount for the projector.
I got a projector.
I got some
Nice.
I allegedly got some hallucinogenic shrooms to take. It's gonna be a fucking hell of a new year, you know what I'm saying?
I like that I allegedly got some portobello shrooms to
Portobellos.
just eat. Like anyone's gonna be like non-psychedelic shrooms.
Got my hands on some shiitake the other day.
You guys
it's like, yeah, you just
Got some of that real organic shit going down.
don't even know what I'm gonna
It's
grow.
gonna be organic New Year.
What's today? Is it the 30th?
Yeah, tomorrow's 31st.
Mario?
Do you all do
shit.
do you do resolutions?
No,
No.
New year, new me.
Right?
not really, man.
2018's the year of me.
Oh, I don't wait till the end of the year to be a better person. I
Right.
just adjust my behavior as I go, like a fucking
I'm
normal adult.
I have to try to be a better person every day. I'm such a piece of shit. Bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? That's an all-year struggle for me.
You know how far behind I would be if I stuck to New Year's resolutions to fix flaws in my character.
Every day I have to wake up and be like, okay, Easter, don't cuss no one out today. And then
your eyes
fail
open
miserably every day. And then
You're like, fuck you, Jessica! She's like, we might have something. Oh my god, that would be so lovely, Jessica. She's like, oh, it didn't work. Fuck you still, Jessica!
I was exactly like that.
Easter wakes up, so alright, this day I'm not gonna be mean to upset at anyone, and then the garbage truck comes up behind you like beep beep beep.
Oh,
I
God,
see
no.
it.
Yeah, dude. I was like, when she told me, okay, well, it's gonna probably take about 2 days to get this completed. I go, how is that acceptable? That's when I lost it. I was like, how is that acceptable? You're talking about supposedly the best fucking phone on the planet. Y'all claim it's the best phone in the world, this and that, and I got the motherfucker and it don't work. How is it acceptable for y'all to just let me fucking wait for 2 days without a phone? I was like, I can't even.
2007. It's almost 2018. Let's just call it 2018.
It's 2018.
You
right?
need your phone every goddamn day
I was
already.
like, I can't even tell the time right now.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you know what I'm
Buy
saying?
a watch, Gloria.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, it doesn't do anything right now. You know, I'm holding $1,100 worth of shit. You know?
I need Siri.
And Siri needs me.
Oh my
She's
God.
alone in there.
She
She's with some other guy. You know how many people talk to Siri every day?
Oh. Yeah, that's about it though.
Yeah, man, it was a nightmare, but it's over. So now, and other than that, it's a badass phone. Trust me. Hey,
It took you 20 minutes to figure out what double click means.
don't get it twisted, goddammit. It's a badass phone.
He was looking for the home button. For half a day, like.
No, motherfuckers. And I was doing something, and it had a little signal on the side, and it was saying double click, and it didn't say double click button. If it said double click button, I would have double clicked the button. It just says double click, and it's just bouncing a little. It was just a little white line bouncing. So I'm double clicking the fuck
white
out
line
of the
the
screen.
size of the button.
Dude, I showed everybody on the smoke pad. I was like, what do y'all think this wants me to double click? I'm trying to get everybody to like, what do you think I should double click? Finally, one of the Cubans from fucking Big Mamas was like, hey, Holmes, you should probably double click that button. I was like, fuck.
Dude, the best is you asked like 4 people for help, and every person was like, yeah, just double click it.
Just double click. Everybody was, yeah.
You just had 4 people tap it on your phone screen at one point.
Yeah.
It's like,
Why is this not working?
Right here, right here, right here, right here. I'm like, yeah, you can do that all you want, fucker.
Dumbasses.
yeah.
Well, that was the frustration in yesterday's call. She was asking shit like, well, are you sure the computer is updated? Is your computer fully charged? Are you using an Apple connector, USB connector, all these?
Well, she was right with the cord. The cord did help.
She was not right with the cord. The cord didn't do anything. It was the same cord. We both have Apple cords. Actually, mine was an Apple cord. You said yours isn't even an Apple cord.
Yeah.
So she was dead wrong. She was exactly wrong about that shit too.
Yo, Big, you're dead wrong.
There's 7 different levels of devil worship and horses' heads. Man, fuck. Well,
That's about it. We're just getting
I
fucked
think
up
we
on
just hit a
ours.
young flat in the road, didn't we?
What do you guys, New Year, you know how Netflix has been priding on Netflix as a joke, and they're coming out like next year, gonna be huge on specials. Chappelle's special drops tomorrow night. But
Third
Does it?
one this year.
yeah, it's the one he filmed in the belly room.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, but man, you think
Oh,
it's gonna
God.
get saturated for 2018?
Oh yeah. Netflix. They already did. I think they did 50 specials in 2017, between hours and half hours, and then they did I think they're gonna do even more, and then they're also said they're gonna be like 80% original content
Really?
by the end of 2018.
How
So they're
many-
dumping everything and just doing all original program. They're just becoming their own network essentially, which is I'm not mad at. They make great shit so far, but also there's a lot of garbage on there.
Yeah.
But also they're gonna keep raising the price, and they also said they're gonna probably add commercials this
Do
year.
you think they're gonna get to the point where like how all these podcasting shows and all these comedians to do like these special shows on the road? Do you think they're gonna start trying to televise and monetize on those?
They already do. Well, I mean, people do it in their own network, like the podcast, most podcasts do, and the most successful guys, they like have their shit like behind a paywall, like that you can get the regular
Marin's.
episodes, you have access to the archive. Well, even Marin, there's like you can go back like 10, 15 episodes or whatever.
Marin don't video.
But they'll do like they give
Has he
you.
not?
I've never seen it.
Oh.
I think
No,
it's just
no.
audio for his podcast.
No, what I'm saying, like you go, like everything's free, but you'll do like every now and then, like a couple times a month or something, you'll do bonus episodes, and like you get like the live shows. You get the video of them doing when they sell out the podcast live. You know what I mean? Just like bonus content behind the screen, but the regular podcast is still
Yeah.
all free.
I watched.
I could see Doug Benson, or no, I could see Joe Rogan
But
definitely
yeah.
getting like a spot
the Joe Rogan show on Netflix.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You
episode,
go there to watch it.
episode
Oh yeah.
this and that.
But also,
you know what I'm saying?
if you're able to watch Netflix on your TV, you're able to watch YouTube, and you would just click on YouTube, and
Well, that's the
everything's
thing.
available
Well,
on the YouTube
that's the
channel.
thing. They would have to make a huge deal because there's already the VPN.
But
Video
you're leaving
Podcast
Netflix
Network.
to open up YouTube. It would be one thing if you were staying in Netflix to watch these podcasts, because it's you can close apps out. And
Yeah, but then you're just getting into like Netflix is just gonna have podcast networks.
I mean, they're taking over.
You know?
The phone companies are the ones that are fixing to be the biggest help for comics.
Yeah.
Phone companies are giving people deals. Phone companies are letting you. Because they're doing this with musicians already. Phone companies will let a musician make a song, and they'll buy it from them for only like a year or two, and then after that year or two, they can go back and buy their masters for that song and own all that content and reap all the fucking benefits from that phone company putting it on commercials and ringtones and
Oh
making it
yeah,
popular.
residuals.
So pretty soon they're gonna do that with comedy probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It won't take long for a Kevin Hart or someone to peep game on that phone company shit.
Yeah.
And then they throw us fucking deals like that to use little bits, and then when it's done, we can fucking go back, buy our shit back, and then go on the road and shit like that, man. You know, that's dope.
This just really opened up a thought for me. Do you think it'll ever get to the point where, like, so they do royalties for musicians and DJs to play their tracks on commercials? You think they'll ever have like royalties for like a commercial where they say a funny joke, and you're like, oh, that's a Kevin Hart joke, and they're paying him for the
I'm
joke
pretty sure
to use that in that content? Like,
No, because
no, they have writers, and the writers get the money for it, right?
Well, also the Comedy Cellar in New York, the Comedy Store is famous for NBC writers. Like every Tuesday and Wednesday, they'd be in the back of the room.
just writing.
And
everything.
and by Friday, your jokes are on SNL and
Yeah.
the fucking whatever sitcoms.
Yeah, you can't claim joke. It had to be more like a slogan thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If I ever
Like
saw,
say all the
That's
time.
if I ever
That's
saw
not-
Bang 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 on TV,
Yeah.
I would know somebody was in the audience and watched you. And that's a problem in LA that people don't realize. Like, you could be on stage here, and there could be a writer for Comedy Central just sitting back there.
Yeah.
It just depends on how they use it, because that's that bang bang bang, that bang shit gets used a lot. I mean, I've had a bunch of people show me some YouTube clip of some dude who used to have he made a little animated song. Something, something, bang, bang, bang. Something, something, bang, bang, bang. All I do is bang, bang, bang.
I don't want to know your name.
I just want to bang, bang, bang. Yeah, exactly. And I had never fucking seen that in my life until someone showed me that. You know?
Easter's going through a lawsuit with Bang Bang Bang.
No, and then other people tell me that.
Funnyjunk.com from 2004.
No, other people bring up Pop Williams from the Friday movies. Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon?
John
Did he
Witherspoon.
say 3 bangs?
No, he did.
No,
like
he bangs.
30.
He bangs a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. He'll be like, bang, 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 bangs the pussy. You know,
Yeah.
he bang, 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 bang. And like, I never even put that together until someone brought that up one day. I think Diaz Mackey brought that up, and I was like, oh shit, he does. And I got worried about it for a while. I was like, oh fuck. I didn't even think about that, bro. I was like, is that subconsciously where I got that shit from? You know, I was like, oh my God. And then he reminded me, he was like, nah, man, he says a bunch of bangs, and you can document where I came up with it. It was on my Periscope show. I coughed one day. I went, and when I stomped like that, I seen it shake the screen. And when I watched the replay, I was like, oh, did you see that? When I coughed and stomped, it shook the screen. I was like, watch what I do tomorrow. And so I started out just going, it was just a bang and shake the screen.
Positive Lamadier.
And then people started typing in.
I feel like I'm watching VH1 Behind the
Bang,
Music.
bang,
right
bang.
now,
And
right? The history of the band.
Right, yeah. And then I started, and I was like, oh, y'all like the bang, bang. I was like, oh, y'all like the triple bang. Bang, bang, bang. And it just, and then forever I only did it on Periscope. You know, Kyle Henson was the one that talked me into doing it on stage. The first show I ever did with Joey at Brea Improv, I got the voice recording. I'll let you hear it. I don't bang one time. That was before I was doing the bang on stage.
It's for your
That
band.
whole fucking set, there's no bangs. That's a bangless set. Now it's bang, bang, bang. Everywhere. Johnny's everywhere. Call Cypher Kofax. We need backup.
Cypher Kofax. How do you spell Kofax?
C-O-L.
I spell it with a K. Everybody tries to spell it with a C.
I think Sammy Kofax spells it with a K.
There you go. It's
Yeah.
legendary to spell it with a K. Okay?
Best lefty in baseball.
Okay.
Did you guys see in the, this was on the news, we were talking about this right before the podcast, but this guy is suing on their comedy shows with Eliza.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
So, you know Eliza Slinger? Can never
Yeah.
say her fucking last name. She has a show that she does, and it's an all women only comedy show. Even in the crowd, ladies only.
Tight.
Yeah, this guy bought
I'm a
2.
feminist.
Right, it's cool.
I'm
yeah.
not. It's bullshit.
Oh, it's
Oh,
all
yeah,
good.
we're here.
I'm
Yeah,
being
because
sarcastic.
so this dude buys 2 tickets online, shows up at the booth, and at will call, they deny him to get in because he's a dude. Because they're like, no, it's women only.
Okay.
So now he's suing out of just principle.
And he
the
should
fact
be.
That, like,
And he should be,
it's
because if it
setting
was
back equality.
If it was the other way around, the bitches would be marching with T-shirts about how they should be allowed anywhere, and this is not the 50s. They'd have all kind of
They
dumbass
break their
shit.
their pink beanies back.
They'd
up.
have fucking they'd all be wearing do-rags, and they'd be having their arm up like that fucking old chick. You know what I'm talking about? That old fucking they used to draw on missiles.
Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah, whatever the fuck her name is.
It's Louis C.K. right now did an hour tour, and he said men only. Sorry, no women are allowed in this show.
First of all, they wouldn't even have. When he brought that idea to that venue, they just said, "We can't do that,
no,
sir.
we're not touching that.
We're not touching that." You know. So it's
So
only.
no bitches. He
Yeah.
just steals the
It's
sign from the
not
Little
no
Rascals
bitches.
hangout. It just says no girls allowed.
Yeah.
Like the R's backwards. It's all written in different colors.
man.
Yeah, I will. Whatever.
Doesn't
Fuck
matter.
her. Good. I'm glad. I think she's overrated, and I ain't afraid to say that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't.
I wasn't
you know.
her fan to begin with, so.
Exactly. I think she's a female Dane Cook. Bitch, you need to stop trying to be Dane Cook and be yourself.
I want just give that.
You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like I'm watching a TED talk.
Oh, it's
every
horrible.
fucking time.
She's a prime example of if you look good enough and just stay committed, somebody will give you a chance out of desperation.
Well, you need catchphrases,
You know.
too.
Anyway, this reminded me of something too. When I went, okay, I tried to fucking rent the South Park video game when I went back home this year, and these fucking hood rats have already
dude.
figured out how to they'll get a video game out of Redbox and fucking print it on a printer, take a copy of it on the fucking printer, because they've done figured out that there's these little 4 fucking black and white things on them discs, and that's all that stupid Redbox reads. It doesn't have like a weight. They're not Redbox. You're not smart enough to put a weight thing in there, are you dumb fucks? To make sure that the CD's still in there and it all weighs the same. No, you're too fucking stupid for that. You just put a little scanner and think you're fucking solid, right? Well, guess what? The hood figured you out, you dumb motherfuckers. And now they rent video games and make a copy of it, cut that shit out, and stick it in the fucking plastic, and it'll return and it'll scan every time.
And
So
you
I
got
paid
one.
$3 3 times for a fucking piece of paper. Not once did I get to play that stupid fucking game.
Did you tweet them?
Fuck South Park, fuck Redbox, fuck everybody. Bang, bang, bang. No, I didn't tweet them. I don't do nerdy shit. I can't go out of my way to be like, by the way, the people out here in Powder Springs, Georgia are renting your games and replacing them with paper. Fuck it. They should be smart enough to know that shit.
Yeah, that's capitalism. Caught us slipping.
Yeah, when the stupid
We'll figure
fuck-
it out eventually.
when the little Redbox nerd comes to replace the fucking cartridges and he sees paper in it, he needs to fucking do it. You know, there's not a camera on them things.
Man.
I thought there was a camera on them things. You know, letting them know each motherfucker that comes up to that thing.
Yeah.
All right, so they should be able to track it down, see which fuck does it, and get his ass.
Like some guys on payroll at Redbox who's just scrolling security feed from a booth.
Well, they got enough money. They put Blockbuster out of
Need you to
business.
keep this
they
tight,
can,
man.
they can hire a fucking camera nerd to go through. You know.
It goes all the way to the top.
Man,
Listen, God forbid you fuck up on your end and actually do damage or lose one of those games. They try to charge you $80 fucking for that shit. So fuck you, Redbox.
you're right. I mean, that's just people figuring out the system. When Walmart came out with the $5 bins,
Yeah.
back in, we were in high school, and they had the self-checkouts. They came out with them at the same time, both of them. They used to put the $5 stickers on their DVDs on the outside of the plastic. So I'd have buddies allegedly go into Walmart and just peel these stickers off, and then we'd go slap them on
a
any
brand new-
DVD
yeah.
they want. We had
New
Band
release.
of Brothers box set, $5. That's true. But and then you would go to self-checkout and scan it for $5, put them in the bag and walk out.
Yeah.
And they'd have those bins where you just grab 5 of them, go to the grocery, get the stickers, but you can go back into the, because there's no cameras in the groceries ever. Back in,
Baggery.
dude.
Well,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I was never, these were stories I heard. I was never partaking.
But that Band of Brothers, that's true.
Yeah, but the Band of Brothers I heard was true.
It was based on a true story.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fuck it, man.
Fried chicken in the oven, dude.
What
We
is
had a
this?
solid 50 minutes.
Solid 50.
Yeah, we're back. We had a little Christmas hiatus. I think we did an awesome job keeping the episodes
Yeah.
popping out.
Yeah.
You guys-
Yeah. I ran into some I had
Oh, your
all
mic.
intentions.
Yeah.
I had all intentions of having a good podcast with old Keith Miller, but after about 2 hits, he was like.
That was the most challenging episode ever to bump him while not bumping you.
Oh, he was holding the mic down here. He was like, yeah, man. So, and I was like, dude, hold the mic up to your mouth. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and at one time I thought the mic wasn't working. I was like, let me see your mic. And I spoke into it and seen the green dots.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, motherfucker, hold the mic up.
You see these green dots? They should be moving
Yeah.
when you
Then,
talk.
then he went to answer a thing like that. He was like, yeah, well, you know, man, fuck it. I was like, what are you doing, rapping? Why are you moving the mic around like that? I was
Who
like,
is this?
speaking to the mic, my boy Keith from Georgia.
He went home.
Oh, when you were out
Dude, he
there?
would have been a good guest. Partly my fault because the kid he got leukemia and beat it and all this shit. I just didn't ask all the right questions. I could have been like, "Yo, what did it feel like having leukemia?
Yeah.
Did you feel like your fucking inside?" Like I didn't ask him none of that. I just kind of told the story on how it happened and shit, and we kind of bounced through it. But it's partly because he got so stoned so fast and him not holding the mic right. I couldn't think of questions because I was too worried about it.
Yeah.
I kept thinking about what it was gonna sound like and how much shit he was gonna go through.
Well, cause like you guys would carry a conversation on, so to bump him, I'd have to like I was so zoomed in because like just a slight bump on you already would just.
He was also there that night. I rode up on this dude and I beat his ass, and his brother tried to jump in and I beat his brother's ass all at one time. Like he could have co-signed on some good stories, but I fucking just
got him too high.
Yeah, I got him too high, and he was always at my house. He was there tonight. My window was open, and we heard this fucking loud screech, and he was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Probably my cat killing something." He was like, "Yeah, right, man." About that time, he opened the door to see what was going on, and my cat came running in the house with a fucking baby rabbit in his mouth, bro. He fucking flipped out. He was like, "Whoa, whoa!" And the motherfucker ran into the kitchen, and so I'm like, I run up to my cat and I grab him, but he bringing me a prize. So you know what I'm saying?
Here you go, buddy.
Yeah. So I'm petting him and like that, and then when Keith came up to get the rabbit, my cat was like, "Rrr." He started growling like
this
a dog.
isn't your present.
Yeah, and he grabbed it with his paw, and he was like, "Rrr." And I was like, "Keith," I was like, "You can't fucking," I was like, he was trying to sweep it with a broom. I was like, "You gotta grab it by its ears and take it out, bro." I was like, my cat's gonna start going crazy. And by the time I said that, my cat just started going crazy. Whoosh, whoosh, and my cat, he was a big motherfucker. He was Siberian. He's like this tall and this long. There's pictures of him. He takes up a whole couch cushion. He was an all white, big bad motherfucker. So it was I was like, I can't hold him when them claws get to going. He's too big, and he was just going crazy. And then he's on the fucking rabbit, and he's like shaking it now in my kitchen, and there's blood going everywhere. And Keith's going, "Oh shit!" Trying to like jab my cat with the broom. I'm like, "Don't fucking hit my cat, motherfucker! Get the rabbit!" You know what I'm saying? So finally, I grab my cat from behind the neck, in that spot.
That scruff.
Yeah, I get him in the fucking scruff, and I got the back of him, and I'm like, "Get that goddamn rabbit!" Keith's still scared to grab it. He's like sweeping it. He sweeps it out the fucking, and it's like paralyzed and like it can only move with front paws. It's like twitching out the door and shit.
Trail of blood.
And I was like, "All right!" I was like, "Watch out!" And fucking the door's open. I was like, "Watch out!" And I let my cat go. That motherfucker went. She went right out there and just like rolled down the steps with that motherfucker. It was just, he was growling and shit. I was like, man. And Keith was just like,
Animals are animals, man.
"What the fuck just happened, dude?" I said, "I told you that noise was my cat killing some shit. You don't fucking open the door." I was like, he's bringing me a present. I was like, if you'd have just ran in there and grabbed that fucker by its ears and slung it out the door, it'd have been cool. I was like, but you tried to take his prize, and he went fucking crazy,
What if your cat was trying to kill a crackhead and you let it in a
Cats don't
crackhead?
fuck around. I would fucking laugh like hell.
Your cat just drags in a crackhead through the back.
That shit would be hilarious.
Growling. He's like, "No, this is mine."
Man, that motherfucker, I used to come up, he used to come across the yard with blood on his face and shit all the time from where he'd just fuck some shit up. You come up on him, like, I'd see him in the field, like, gnawing, like this. I wouldn't even go over there. I'd be like, "Ugh, he's eating something." Like, he would eat squirrels and shit.
That's pretty gnarly.
He'd eat them and then, like, puke it up.
Yeah, but you like those cats. I don't like the
No,
cat.
he did. Yeah, he was badass.
It's like, at least, if you're going to be a cat and be annoying and be your own thing and just live in our house, at least kill the rats and the gophers.
Oh, yeah, he did. He took care of everything, bro. He was a straight up killer. He was dope.
Alright, I'm out of here.
Alright, yeah, we gotta sign out, you know what I'm saying?
Where can they find you, Mitch?
At Mitchell Phil Up. Mitchell Phillips, Esquire, at Mitchell Phillip on all social media, mostly Instagram. Thanks.
Hell yeah, thanks for being on the show. Tell them what's up, Jim Beam.
Hey guys, Jeremy Beam on Twitter, Beam Jeremy on everything else. Hashtag Cloudy and Rowdy on all things social media. Hit us up, let us know, like and review us. cloudyandrawdy@gmail.com if you guys have any comments. This video should be sounding a lot better, guys. We keep upgrading it. We got some microphones going on, so.
Fuck yeah, Jim Beam's got a little professional mic hooked into the camera. I got a second camera. We're gonna
get it.
Soon to be switching and shit like that. Hello. We're gonna get better about. I'm gonna start bringing my laptop so Jim Beam has access to, Easter bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When I'm trying to think of something.
Oh shit, I got a lot. I'll bring mine.
Or I'm just shooting out bullshit. He can start looking shit up.
Yeah.
I mean, every episode we looking to improve because we love you bad motherfuckers and we're thankful and grateful for all your support. And Easter Army, stay motherfucking strong out there.
One
Y'all know
love.
where to find me. I'm on Sunset Boulevard. I'm on Paris Smoke. We'll be back doing that shit this Monday. Thanks for fucking staying strong. Download Cloudy and Rowdy on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and the fucking video is on YouTube. Y'all have a great motherfucking New Year's. Happy motherfucking New Year's.
Happy New
to
Year.
everybody.
Boom.
Hope your Christmas was great. Hope you got your dick sucked. Hope you got that young pussy ate. Whatever your flavor is. Hello. I love y'all bad motherfuckers. Thanks for the support.